All right, all right. Welcome, everybody. It is June the 29th, I believe. Yep, the 29th. I'm looking at my calendar. And this is Vishon Borich from Team Tough. And you are on the live Down and Dirty at 1:30 Central. And it's so funny to me. I'm kind of chuckling to myself because we are 10 minutes late. And I hate being late. and the reason we're late, this call or this hangout is about stumbling blocks, right? And I'm laughing because right before I went to press the button to go live, my whole computer just like shut down. I guess there was some kind of automatic update that was going on in the background and it just shut down my computer. So it's so funny to me, when we have stumbling blocks in our life, you can choose to get all stressed out about it and feel like you're stuck and not move forward. Or you can kind of just laugh about it and say, you know what, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep moving forward. And sometimes there are things that happen that are out of your control. But I do believe things happen for a reason. So I like to think that my computer is extra safe and protected now because the upgrade and everything that happened probably happened for a reason, right? All right, so enough of that. Before I get started, I do want to just share some personal news. Some of you who know me already know what's going on. For those of you that are brand new or are watching my Down and Dirty Hangouts for the first time, I have some exciting news that personally happened to me on Saturday. I got engaged. So I'm really, really excited. The lucky man, or I guess I'm the lucky one, really. His name is Ron Leach, and we've known each other for a long time. Both of us are martial artists. So it's just really exciting. A lot of people are asking, okay, let's see the ring. So I don't know if you can see it. It's the one in the middle here. But yes, he proposed to me, and it was a magical moment. And I feel really, really blessed to be able to share that news with everybody. So exciting. So with that said, today's hangout is all about how to overcome the stumbling blocks in your life and lead yourself into success. Because I believe, and I know from my own personal experience, that there are things that, for lack of a better term, stumbling blocks that come into your life that prevent you from having success, or you feel like it prevents you from having success. Things that are out of your control. They might happen to you and you feel like, man, I can't do this anymore. Or, why are other people having success and I'm not? What is it that's holding me back from having that success? Have you ever thought about that yourself? I'm sure you have. If anyone's ever been in business for yourself, or even if you're working for somebody else, I'm sure that you've had that feeling sometimes. And I want to show you some tips and tricks that I've learned over the years that have helped me to overcome those stumbling blocks. And I'm hopeful that they'll help you as well so that you can start having massive success in your business and take your life to the next level as well. So I hope you're excited. I hope you're ready. Today I do have a slide presentation, so I'm going to flip my screen around so you can see what I have to offer you. And again, if you have comments or you just want to say hello, right below this video on our Hangout is a chat box. And that is live, so you will have to log into it. It's free to log in. But I would love to know that you're out there. Otherwise, I don't really know who listens to these or even watches them. So be sure to comment in the box below, say hi, or ask any questions that you have, and then I'll try to answer them as quickly as I can when I get off the Hangout. I can't do both at the same time, but I will answer your questions, okay? All right, so I'm going to flip my screen around, and I'm going to show you the slide presentation here. All right. Here it goes, just a second. All right, well, now you should see like a million screens. Give me a second and I'll flip it here. All right. I'm going to show my full screen. Give me a second. I'm trying to get everything just perfect. And I can't remember how to do full screen. Oh my, it's been one of those mornings, when you're in bliss, when you feel really happy, sometimes I think you kind of forget things that you're supposed to be doing. So trying to think, reading view. Okay, hopefully you're seeing my screen now, and I got it in full screen view. I will tell you, you can, if my slides are small, you can click in the lower right-hand corner of this video, and you should be able to go to full screen or full view on the video. So I just wanted to give you that tip. I think you just have to click on the actual YouTube icon in the lower right-hand corner of the video. All right, so again, the title of our hangout today is How to Overcome Stumbling Blocks in Your Success and Personal Story. So let's get started. So let's consider this. If your outside doesn't match with what you want, then ask yourself this question: what's going on inside? And I'm going to share with you something that I thought was actually a bunch of hokey originally, because I came from a very corporate world, and I believed that as long as I did everything on the outside to make myself look good, and I completed my work on time, and I presented myself well, that I was going to achieve success. But inside, I was dying. I was wilting. I wasn't being my true self. And I found that I never really got to the success or the level of success that I wanted until I started looking at myself from the inside out. Once I started looking at myself from what my vision was, what my dreams were, where I saw myself, who I really was, then things started to materialize on the outside. All right, so we're going to go pretty deep today on some of this, because it's really, that's the key. And everybody says, what's the key to success? How do you have success in business? How are you able to work from home and spend so much time with your kids and do the things that you love? Well, it all started with my inside, really getting to know myself and to overcome those personal internal battles that we each have when we go through our life. So let's move on here. So basically what I'm saying is your inside reflects your outward gifts. So if you're not seeing those gifts in your life, then these are some things I'm going to share with you today that you can help turn that around and start changing yourself from the inside out, so that you do start seeing much more successful things happening to you in your life. All right, so the first thing here is stop making excuses. I think a lot of us, we come from a place, and this is not necessarily your fault. I think just the place that we're in a society, is that it's easier to make an excuse than it is to actually admit when you're wrong. So remember, it's not you that's not working. So if you ever tell yourself, it must be me, I must not be good at marketing, or, I'm just not cut out for this, or, maybe I'm just not smart enough, or I'm not good enough, or, nobody believes in my dream except me, or other people are having success and I'm not. If you've ever said any of those things, then those are excuses. Let's start with that, because it's not you that's not working. It's not the product. You have to make your dreams happen. You do. And your intelligence, your background, the things that have happened to you, your experiences, where you are right now, your financial situation, none of that matters. There are people out there who have come from even more challenging situations than you can even imagine, and they are successful today. Now, does that mean that they have some special sauce or some magic dust that was sprinkled on them to get them there? Absolutely not. What the difference between people that are successful and people that aren't is that the people that are successful never gave up. Are you guys listening to me? Because this is powerful stuff. Until I really internalized this myself, I did not have success. All right. And I'm being tough mama today. I don't know if you saw before when I had the screen flipped around, I've got my tough mama hat on. It actually says tough chick. Somebody picked it up for me years ago. And I want to share with you the truth, because I don't like to beat around the bush. I don't want anybody to sugarcoat things for me. Just tell me like it is, be straight with me, and help me succeed. And I feel like if you're watching this today, that's what you want too. If that's too rough on you and you can't handle that type of truth, then don't watch this. Don't be on my hangout, because I'm going to tell you exactly like it is and what has helped me. Now, if that doesn't help you, that's your choice, because really there's no secret sauce. You have to decide right now that you want to be successful. And if you decide that you want to be successful, then you have to work your tail off to make your dreams happen. All right. Now, I'm going to give you some tips to help them happen more quickly, but you have to do the work. You have to do the internal work in order for it to happen for you. Okay, so I hope you're ready. If you're not, then get off of this hangout right now, because what I'm going to give you, you've got to be focused. You can't be doing a bunch of other things all at once. You need to be focused if you're going to have that breakthrough that you're looking for today. All right, let's move forward. Okay, so what are stumbling blocks anyway? Well, I looked up the definition because I was curious, and a stumbling block is a circumstance that causes difficulty or hesitation. You know what's cool about that definition? It doesn't say failure. No, it doesn't. It says it's something that causes difficulty or hesitation. So it's a struggle. It's not something that makes you fall down and not get back up. It's not something that kills you. It's not something that's going to destroy your life completely. Heck no. It's just a difficulty or hesitation. It's temporary. So if you're having pain right now in your life because you're not being successful or as successful as you would like to be, you're just tripping over a stumbling block. So let's unearth what those stumbling blocks are in your life, and let's fix that so that you can move forward without hesitation and experience the success that you've always dreamed of. All right, so let's start off with the stumbling blocks. Number one, and I just selected the top 4, just to give you a little background here before I get going. These are the top 4 stumbling blocks that I've learned over reading and self-improvement courses and things like that, and also attending many, many masterminds. These are the 4 stumbling blocks that tend to really hold us back. All right. And just about everyone has experienced one or more of these 4. Now, there are plenty other stumbling blocks that you may have in your life other than these 4, but these are the big ones. So the first one are your thoughts on money. And I'm going to go into detail, but let me just share what the 4 are first. The second one is belief in yourself. The third one is consistency. And the fourth one is focus on your past, or on the past. So we're going to go into detail now on what those mean and how you can overcome those 4 stumbling blocks that are keeping you stuck in your life. All right, let's talk about money. Okay, money is probably one of the biggest ones. And here's why. We all have grown up in different environments, and the beliefs about money in those environments have shaped us into who we are today. So let's take, for example, if you grew up in a household when you were in the formative years in which it was said or thrown around a lot that you've got to work really, really hard to make money, and it's not easy. Life isn't easy. You've got to, you have to bust your tail and stay up all night and work, long, long hours in order to be rich. So that's one way that you may have been raised. Another one is if you grew up in a religious household, you may have heard the parable of trying to get a camel through the eye of a needle. And I probably just butchered that, and I totally went blank on it. But you've probably read in the Bible or whatever religion that you might be about how it's easier to it's harder to get to heaven if you're trying to be rich. A rich man's harder to get to heaven than a poor man. And those of you that know the parable or know the verse, put it down below, and so you can correct me, because like I said, I'm drawing a little bit of blank, but I know that a lot of people have heard that. And so there's this preconceived notion that rich people are bad and that rich people are not going to get to heaven because of what it said in the Bible. And that's not at all. If any of you go to church and you talk to your pastor or minister or reverend, you ask about money, and that is not at all what that means. That specific verse does not mean that it's evil. Okay, I think a lot of people read it like that, but that's not at all what the definition or the meaning behind that parable is. Okay, do your research and you'll find that out. So realize money is not evil, and stop thinking that way. So I'm going to give you some things here. The other one is a lot of people think there's not enough money for everyone. Okay, there is enough money for everyone out there. Money and riches and abundance is for everyone. All right, it's everyone's choice as to what you want in this life. Now I know it's hard to visualize that, because there's people in Africa that are hungry and starving and things like that. But the truth is, there is enough for everyone. Now, do you have to work together to make that happen? Yes. If you wanted to save a bunch of people in the world, you need money, right? So how more noble is money than to be able to help people with it? So that kind of leads me into the next one. It's a noble endeavor to be wealthy. Why? Well, to help others, you must have it. I mean, think about that. If you want to help the most people in this world, you really do need money. Okay? So get rid of that stumbling block that money is evil, because it will hold you back. It absolutely will hold you back from ever achieving wealth because of those beliefs. So start believing that if you're going to make the biggest difference in this world, then you need to be wealthy so that you can give back to and help those that need it most. All right. I hope this has been a big breakthrough for you. It really was for me, because I had some of these thoughts. Okay. All right, let's go to the next one. Belief. Belief is the second thing that'll hold you back. Why do you say that? Why is belief going to hold you back? Well, here, before I go into the why, a lot of times you don't really believe that you can achieve. And this may go back to your formative years as well. Think about this. Maybe when you were a child, you were told, oh, well, our family never has had money. Our family's never been smart enough to have a good career, or our family never could afford to go to college, and we always struggled with money. And or maybe you believe that you're not smart enough than some of the people that have achieved great wealth, or maybe you believe that you don't know enough. You haven't studied enough, or you didn't have enough schooling in order to be successful. Or maybe you believe that you didn't come from the right family in itself. So you've got to throw out that belief system that is holding you back. And when that happens, when you start believing that you're not worthy, I want you to remember why you are doing this. Because you are worthy, you are beautiful, you are magical, you're wonderful, you're here for a reason, you're powerful beyond measure. And no matter what your belief, if you believe in God or a higher power or whatever, the universe wants you to be successful. They want you to have the things that you need in order to make a difference and to leave a legacy. And you just have to accept that gift and press forward with it. Stop belittling yourself. Stop that belief pattern in its tracks. And when you believe that, this is what I do. When I get into that negative spiral of thinking I can't, I change it around to a simple phrase that says, how can I? Don't say I can't, say how can I? And then your creativity starts to flow, and you start thinking of people and places and things that could help you achieve your goal, that could lead you to the next step, to take you off of that plateau that you've been circling on, wondering why you're not getting to where you want to go. Okay, so remember why you're doing this. Is it because of your kids? Is it because of your spouse? Is it because of your family? Are you trying to create a better life? Are you miserable? Are you killing yourself in the job that you're in? Are you so depressed right now because you are just feeling trapped that you can't even remember your why? If that's you, you need to sit down and you need to write down what this wealth, what this abundance is going to bring to you and your family and your loved ones that you don't already have right now. And post that in a place that you can see it often, and realize that's your why. And it should make you cry. If your why doesn't make you cry, then it's not big enough. Okay? It has to be something so big and so powerful that when you look at your why, you start to cry, because you realize that that is what you want more than anything in the whole world. And if it makes you cry, then you have to achieve it. Are you hearing me? You have to achieve it. You cannot die. You cannot leave this world without achieving that. Okay? So you have to work like your life depends on it to achieve it, because your life does depend on it. If you're miserable, then you need to keep focusing on that why, because that is what your life depends on. Okay? All right. And then, is someone else succeeding at this? I think one of the biggest challenges I had was, I'd see, what I wanted, my why, but I couldn't believe that I could really do it. Somebody told me this at a conference, and they said, here's what you do. They said, if someone else is succeeding at this, why can't you? Well, the truth is, then so can you. If there's anyone, it doesn't matter their age, doesn't matter how smart they are, the education they have, doesn't matter where they came from, where they live. If someone else is succeeding at the business that you're trying to build, you can too. All right, there is absolutely no reason why you cannot do it too. And I want to also tell you, think about this. Every single person that is successful, they had to struggle as well. There's literally no one. And I've interviewed a lot of people, talked to a lot of people, I've listened to a lot of podcasts and things like that. And a really great one is, if you've heard of it, is Weird Entrepreneurs by Justin Varengia and Dee Varengia. And it's a podcast you can get on iTunes. And shout out to Justin or Dee if you're watching this today. It's amazing. And I listen to that as often as I can, because they interview these entrepreneurs from all different walks of life who are extremely successful today. And every single one of them has had some major struggles that they've had to overcome. Some of them I can't even imagine myself overcoming, and they did it. So if you feel down in the dumps and you don't feel like you believe in yourself anymore, listen to others that have had success. Listen to Inner Circle audios. So if you're on my team or you're in this business and you know what I'm talking about, we have a whole audio collection for our team members to help them succeed. It's called Inner Circle. And these are successful folks that are giving their $1 million tips and ideas and techniques for achieving success. And each of these audios is about an hour long. Some of them are 30 minutes. And there's literally hundreds of them in this collection. And you get access to them. And then every time a new interview is done, that's placed inside of this collection. And if you want information about it, just reach out to me. I'll be happy to get you in contact with how you can get those Inner Circle audios, because truly they have changed my life, and they can change yours too. I believe that. So belief. Let's go on to the next one. The next one is consistency. So this is the third one. If you are stumbling, it's probably because you're not being consistent. And by consistent, I mean doing the things necessary in order to achieve success every day. So think about this. If the Grand Canyon, it wasn't built in a day, right? If anyone's ever seen the Grand Canyon, it's incredible. I mean, you just can't believe how massive it is. And to think that that was created from the river, I think it's the Rio Grande, going through there every day for thousands of years and carving bits of a rock. So think about this. If you are consistent and you take action every day, even small action every day, it's like a little water drop going into a bucket. Every day you're dropping that water into that bucket. Pretty soon that bucket's going to get full, right? If you've ever had a leaky roof and you've had to, collect water with the bucket, you know that it actually fills up pretty quickly when you got water drops going in. But if you're only dropping one drop in a month or one drop in a week, it's going to take a lot longer for that bucket to fill up. And that bucket represents your abundance and your wealth and your success. Consistency is so important. So if you're not having success, then I want you to get mad right now and think, dang it, I am not being consistent in my business, because you've got to be consistent in order for that to work. So here's the question I want you to ask yourself. Are you really taking daily action? And by daily action, I mean actions towards your business that are revenue generating action. And revenue generating actions are generating leads, sending out emails to your lead list, and creating conversions. And then once you have people on your team, coaching them, okay, and helping them so that they can create conversions and get leads and, you know, duplicate the action. So if you're not doing those things or some semblance of those things every single day, then you're failing yourself and you are causing yourself to stumble. So make a commitment, get mad, and do this. I want you to do 3 daily revenue generating activities every day, no matter what. Okay. And here's a little tip I put on here is, I know a lot of us, we have a hard time being focused, especially if we've got kids, or maybe you have a regular job and you're trying to build this business part-time, or you're trying to build another business part-time. Look at your day and determine, and only you can determine this, when are you the most focused? Are you a morning person? Are you really focused in the morning? Can you get a lot done in the morning? Or are you maybe better in the evening or afternoon? Or maybe it's really late at night when everybody else is asleep. Figure out when you are the most focused and can have some uninterrupted time. Even 2 hours. I mean, 3 would be better, 4 would be optimal. But if you can get 2 to 4 hours in that most focused time, you can knock out those 3 daily revenue generating activities every day. Okay? And the more that you do this, I guarantee you, if you did it for like 90 days straight, you're going to start to have success. All right? I can't tell you how much, I can't make guarantees to you, but I will tell you that if you do something for, 3 months straight, people are going to take notice and you're going to start to have success. All right? Okay, and here's the last part on consistency. You've got to work like your life depends on it for 90 days straight. Okay? If you can do it for 90 days straight, then I know that you can do it for longer. But here's the thing. Entrepreneurs realize that if they take massive effort in the front end, that it's going to trickle down and they're going to start having others that help them. And they're going to start having other people that are having success as well. And so those folks will start carrying the income back up to them. So if you can just stay focused for 90 days and get people involved and get them excited and motivate them and then give them the same formula, you're going to have success as well. Okay, so be consistent, overcome that stumbling block. Okay, so here's the last of the stumbling blocks that we're going to do today, and that is focusing on the past. This one's a big one because I think a lot of us have had some really painful experiences in our past. So I'm going to, before I walk through this specifically, I'm just going to do a quick drill with you. So some of you know my history, but how would you feel if I came up to you, I didn't really know you very well, and I just said, and they asked me, who am I, what do I do? And I said, oh, well, I'm a divorced, unemployed, laid off, former corporate executive of 2 little boys. It sounds kind of depressing, doesn't it? I mean, when you put it like that, because I'm focusing on my past, on what happened to me. But what if I said it this way? The same person came up to me and I said, man, I love my life. I've completely transformed myself from where I was in the past 2 years ago. And now I'm helping others to do the same. And now, doesn't that get you more curious? And you're like, wow, they're headed somewhere. They're helping others too. Sure, yes, I have a painful past, but I'm not focusing on that. I'm focusing on where I'm going and who I'm becoming rather than where I was. Okay? All right, so here's something that's really big. What you focus on, you will attract more of into your life. So if you are focusing on things that are painful in your past, maybe you're focusing on a loss of a job, or maybe you're focusing on a loss of a spouse or a loved one, or maybe you're focusing on how much you hate the job that you have right now, or maybe you're focusing on that you don't have enough time. Whatever it is that you're focusing on, you're going to attract more of that into your life. You're not going to have enough time. You're going to have more painful memories that come up. If you're focused on that, you are scaring people off. So you really have to, don't lose that part of you, because you're going to use that past to help people and relate to them, but you're not going to reside there. Okay? You're not going to live in the past. You're going to live in the now, and you're going to look towards the future with where you're going. And that's going to motivate people, and that's what gets them excited, and that's what attracts success and sales into your business. Okay, so focus on your vision and where you're going, not your struggles. Okay, so if you are writing your story down, a lot of us who are in this business, we like to share our story in order to help attract people that are similar to us into our business. Well, the thing is a lot of people, I see their story and it's just one painful memory after another, and I don't really see where they're happy right now yet. And so I don't want a part of that. I'm not going to buy from that person because I don't see that they're creating a happier life. And I want to be happier. So I'm going to follow the one that starts off their story with, I can't believe where I am today. I am building a business that is amazing and it's growing every day. And I'm able to spend time with my kids and do the things that I've always wanted to do. And when I look back on my life and I see, you know, what I've overcome in my past, I am so grateful that I took a chance and made a decision to change my life. Doesn't that get you more excited than, oh, I lost my job. I didn't ever get to see my kids. My husband divorced me, you know, but I'm building this business and I think it's going to fix my problems. So, I mean, I hope you're seeing the contrast. You've got to really focus on where you're going and the vision you have for the future. And you know what's going to happen? You're going to achieve it then. You're going to achieve that vision. Even if you're not there yet, you're going to achieve it. Now, you can share a little piece of your struggle, but you've got to do it from the perspective of that was the past. I'm living in the future now. I'm here. I am doing this, and I'm creating something beautiful. All right? And then the last thing on focus is failure is not an option. If you have in the back of your mind that, you know, you failed in something in the past, maybe you've started a business or you've done some kind of an MLM or something like that and you didn't have success, you can't look at that and say, oh, well, I failed at this too. If you start looking at it like you're going to fail, then you will. Again, remember, whatever you focus on, you will attract more of. Here's the thing about failure. If you never give up, you can't fail. So if you refuse to give up, there's no way that you can fail. You're continuing to go forward. So if somebody says, well, you know, is your business making you any money yet? You know what you say? You say, you know what? I am working towards my dream and I can't wait for the day in which I am making the type of income that I desire. And it's going to happen. And I fully believe in it. And I appreciate you asking because I can't wait for you to see where I am when it does. Doesn't that sound more powerful than, no, it's not making any money yet? Because, you know, you're going to get tired of saying that, especially to family members. Because I know I have family members that ask me literally every single time that I talk to them on the phone. They ask, are you a millionaire yet? You know, is your business really successful? No, I'm not a millionaire yet, but I will be. And I'm getting there and I'm taking steps to get there. You know, how about you? How's your business going? And, you know, you turn it back to them and ask them how their life is and how you can help them. And suddenly things really look bright. And you realize that you are taking a courageous step to creating a life that most people don't create. All right. So failure is not an option. All right. So I want to read this to you, and then I'm going to share with you the top 10 methods for you to create rapid success in your life. Okay, so I just love this quote. I'm going to read it out loud. I believe anything is possible. I see opportunity when others see impossibility. I take risks. I'm focused. I hustle. I know that nothing is unrealistic. I feel overwhelming love. I embrace my childlike wonder and curiosity. I take flying leaps into the unknown. I contribute to something bigger than myself. I create. I learn, I grow, I do. I believe it's never too late to start living a dream. I am an entrepreneur. This is kind of my mantra, and I just love this. And I read this a lot, and I have it up on a document here in my office, and I've taped it to the side of my desk so that when I come in, if I'm ever not feeling 100%, I will read that, And it just gets me pumped because I know that I'm an entrepreneur. That is the only word I can think of to describe what I do, because I don't want to work for anybody else. I am psychologically unemployable. Why do I say that? Because my dreams are so big that they cannot be tied down in somebody else's dream. I have to go and get mine. So I hope that this motivates you. So let's go on, and I want to give you the 10 methods for success. I know this has been kind of a long hangout today, and I got 15 minutes here. So I hope you got your pen and paper ready, because I'm going to walk you through the top 10 ways that you can rapidly start generating success in your business. And this is especially to you that are a part of the team that I'm in. If you're on Team Tough, or you are in iPass Empower Network, or any business that's similar to that, this will help you a lot. Okay, if you're in some other brick and mortar business, it probably won't help you as much, but I'm going to share them with you anyway. All right, here we go. Number one, that's kind of like Fight Club. Never talk about Fight Club. That's the first rule. Well, the first rule is never talk about your struggles. Okay, if you're struggling in something right now, don't talk about it. Now, if you've overcome something in your past and now it's not a struggle anymore, you've overcome it, then sure, you can share it. But if you're still struggling with it, don't talk about it. All right, next one. Never come from a needy position. It's going to scare people off. Even if you try not to come from that, if you're getting ready to do a marketing campaign, or you're getting ready to do a video, and you are in that position of, I need money right now, even if you don't say the words, your body language and the way that you write are going to instantly project that you're needy and that you need something. All right, and it scares them off. People can sense that. You know it. You've seen things online where it's like, oh man, these people are just trying to get my money. If you come from that position, it's not going to work. So stop doing that. Get in a good mental place, a good mental state, before you write anything and before you do any video. All right, here's the next one. Document your success, no matter how small. So you may be brand new. Maybe you haven't gotten that many leads in your business. Maybe you just got your first lead today. Document it. Post it on Facebook. Say, man, I'm so excited. My business, I just got my first lead today. Things are starting to really grow. And you can even email your list and let them know about your success, because every little success is a stepping stone to your abundance. So keep that in mind. Even maybe you just learn how to do something new. You may not even got any leads yet. Maybe you just learn how to blog. Maybe you did a great blog post. Whatever it is you did, document that every day. Try to find at least one thing that you did well, and write down. Keep a journal, and it's really, really cool to go back through that and say, man, I am making progress in my business, because you are. All right, 4, share stories of those who are having success already. So this is the easy part, okay? So you may not be having success, but I guarantee you that if you are part of our company and our business, you know of those people who are having success. And you can get on their list and follow them on Facebook, reach out to them even, and ask them to share some of their success. This is really cool, because when you start sharing their stories, it makes it real, because you can say, hey, like, let's just take Justin, since I spoke of him earlier. You can say, hey, Justin is my mentor, and Justin is $1 million ring earner, and he's been helping people like me, and he'll help you too when you come in and learn about our business. So we're not in this by ourselves. We have a whole team of successful people that can help. And you can share his story too, because if you've ever heard Justin speak and Dee speak, they are wonderful at sharing their belief and their why. And they'll tell you about how they were living in a small apartment in Costa Rica that had like $400 a month rent, and they could barely afford that. And now look at them. They're millionaires, soon to be multimillionaires. And to me, that's just so powerful, by sharing their story. And you can use that in your emails and on your blog, and just start it off with, hey, I want to tell you a story. I want to tell you a story about, this guy, Justin Varengia, who's really inspired me and just happens to be my mentor. Now you've got somebody's attention, and then you can tell their story and tell how they have taken you under their wing and are helping you to generate success. Isn't that cool? All right, let's go to the next one. 5, remember, facts tell, stories sell. Focus on the stories. So stop trying to just give them numbers, and because people are going to ask, how much money are you making? How long you've been doing this? Those are facts. Okay. Just turn the tables, tell the story. Say, I want to tell you a story. I got into this because I wanted more time with my kids, and I've been able to do that. What's your dream? What would you like to do and be able to do? And by doing that, now you're telling a story. You're telling about why you're doing it. You're telling about what you've overcome to get here, how you believed in yourself and you believe in your vision. Now people are into you because now they know you and they want to have a part of that. Okay? All right, the 6th one. Give solutions to problems that your target audience has. Who's your target audience? It's you. All right, it's you. So write down, what are the problems that you had in your past and how have you been able to overcome them? Look at that. If you just start going down, just get a piece of paper and agree that you're going to fill it up to at least 20 different things, 20 different problems that you had and how you've been able to solve them. You're going to have some amazing keywords there that you can target to your audience and start getting leads for your business. All right, so I just gave you a golden nugget right there. You now have a method to get leads. If you don't have enough leads for your business, start giving solutions to problems, because there are other people out there, I guarantee you there are, that are having that same problem that you had in the past, and they wish somebody would give them a heads up or a tip on how they can overcome that problem. And you can do that because you overcame it. All right? Okay, let's go to 7. Share how you turned a pain into a pleasure. So here's the thing, pain points, they really help sell, okay? Because everybody has pain. I don't know what it is, but I used to work in the newspaper business. I mean, that was where I worked and got laid off from. And when I was there, the headlines that we used in the newspaper business were sensationalized a lot of times, especially if it was something that was bad news. People, that's what sells papers, was bad news. People are more excited and they get more rabid, sales on the newspaper if there's really bad news on the headline. Now, there's few exceptions. I mean, obviously, if it's something really amazing that happened, it's good news, that'll help sell too. But usually it's the negative that sells because everybody has pain. So here's the thing, if you start off sharing a pain point that you used to have and then say, and this is the solution that I found and this is how I solved it, people are going to relate to you because now they know, oh wow, I have that pain and I don't even know how to solve it, but this person, you, have a solution for me. So that's going to really help them to see that, by following you, they're going to turn that pain into a pleasure. And that's what you want. That's going to help you more than anything if you can help a person or a bunch of people turn a common pain into a pleasure point. All right, let's go to 8. Model other people's emails. You should be communicating with your list, even if you only have one person on your list. You should be emailing them, okay? And the way that you email them is you, first of all, get on as many lists as you can of people that are having success in the business. It's very easy. Just go to their website, go to their Instagram, whatever, click on their link and enter your name and email, and then you'll get on their email list, okay? As you get emails that really, read them, look at them, especially the headlines, the subject lines. If you see something that makes you want to click on it, copy that headline and put it down or model it, put it down in a notes document and just say, hey, these are great headlines. And then you can use them or modify them slightly to your audience, and you're going to have success like they are. And then look at the body copy of their email. How do they start off the email? What things do they say? How many links do they have in their email? Where do those links go? Copy what they're doing. And I should say model, not copy, because you don't want to do it verbatim, because you're not going to hit the same audience. So you want to make sure that you're targeting your audience and how your audience speaks and how you speak. You don't want to talk like a surfer dude if you're not a surfer. Just on the contrary, you don't want to talk like a computer genius to surfers and vice versa. Okay, so you get the idea. So model their emails, get on as many lists as you can. You can get on my list if you aren't, and look at some of my emails and see if you see some good ones that make you want to click on it. All right, 9, add your phone number on your email. Now, this is something I was just given recently, so I'm going to do this. And it makes your email real, because most people do not add their phone number. They don't want people calling them. Well, here's something, and you may not want somebody calling you. You can get a Gmail account, and then in Gmail, when you log in on your computer, there's an area there for Google Voice, and you can create your own phone number from Google Voice. This is a really great way to have a phone number, and then you can even set it so that it automatically goes to voicemail at a certain time so that you don't get your phone ringing. Actually, I have put my phone number a few times on my emails. I just don't do it regularly yet, but I will. I don't get that many calls even when I had them on there. So I would say go ahead and put it out there. Start with a Google Voice number if you're concerned, and you might be surprised, because now you're going to have people that say, "Wow, she or he is really open and willing to talk to me." They even included their phone number. And most people, if they're really interested in your business, they're going to feel more secure if they see a phone number there than just a link. Okay? All right, and the last one, number 10, be personal in your emails and on your social media posts. And by personal, I mean stop saying talking like to your audience. Instead of, when you write an email, you want to talk like you're talking to a single person, a friend. So you want to use a lot of yous and I's and things like that. You don't want to say they or them. You want to really avoid that type of language, because when a person gets your email, they want to feel like you are actually speaking to them personally, not to a big group, because they won't even look at your email if you continue to talk to them like they're a big group. Okay? And I'll tell you this, when I first started, this was one of the biggest mistakes I made. I was not speaking personally to my list. I was speaking to them like I was talking to a big group of people. And I wasn't getting hardly any click-throughs after a while. And I was kind of frustrated. Actually, I was really frustrated. And I heard this at a conference. They said, as a mastermind, actually, they said, make your emails personal and imagine like you're talking to your very best friend. And the second I changed my tone in my emails, I started getting a much higher open rate. And the other thing that I started getting was people would reply to my emails. I still get a few people, and it always kind of tickles me because I have autoresponders now. And so I have emails that I've written a long time ago that just automatically go out, after somebody's on my list for a certain amount of time. And I get people that'll reply back just like I wrote to them personally, and they'll say, "Oh man, I'm sorry I didn't reply back to your email, Vashon, and good to hear from you." And they'll just talk to me just like we're friends, because we are. And it's the coolest thing when it happens, and I get tickled, like I said, because that's what I want. I want that relationship with my audience. I want them to feel, and I want you to feel, if you're watching this today, like I'm talking specifically to you, because I am. And you are important to me. Your life is important to me. And I really, truly hope with all my heart that you have success in whatever endeavors that you do. And I hope that this hangout today has been helpful to you, because I'll tell you right now, it's a struggle. I mean, having a business is a struggle. You are going to have stumbling blocks. It's absolute 100%. You're going to have stumbling blocks. You are going to feel stuck at times. When you decide that failure is not an option and that you are going for your dream because your why makes you cry, you will keep going no matter how hard it is, no matter that you're not seeing success yet. And you know what will happen? The longer you keep going, the more people start trusting you and following you and getting on your list and buying your products and services and joining your team because they see that you are never giving up. And then that just snowballs. It really does. So commit to that. That's my advice for you today. Commit to your success. And remember, you are worthy and you deserve it. Okay? All right, so that's it. I'm going to flip it around here so you can see me and I'll say goodbye here. There I am. All right. So thanks so much for watching my Hangout today. And I really, really do appreciate you. I know that's kind of redundant, but I do appreciate you. And I'm so glad that you stuck around and watched these Hangouts, these Down and Dirties that I do every Monday at 1:30 Central. And feel free, reach out to me. I would love to have a personal one-on-one call with you, and we can discuss what your dreams are and how we can help you achieve those. And I can't promise you success, but I can promise you this, that if you never give up and you focus on your dreams, you will eventually achieve them. Now, it may happen faster if you have your mind in the right spot. It may happen more slowly if you have a lot of internal work to do, but it will happen, okay? And I'm here to help you along that journey. So make it a great day. Have a wonderful week, and we'll see you next Monday for the Down and Dirty at 1:30 Central. Take care.